Hey everybody, welcome back to Coach's Corner. We know there's been a little bit of a break because things have been pretty crazy around here, like normal. Yeah. I'm sure you noticed we're in a different area. We are in our house tonight because we forgot to make this week's Coach's Corner because of the craziness. So please forgive us for this, and I think you'll like today's episode because we're going to talk about why you should choose a small gym over a big fitness center. What are some of the main reasons that you think this would be a big deal?
I'd say one of the main reasons would be the environment, as well as the actual people that would be in the smaller types of gyms. So a little bit more training-centric type of people, right? Like guys and girls are going to be having the same needs and wants and the same goals that you might have versus this type of people that would be in the normal fitness centers.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that we've noticed in our travels throughout the years, because when we travel, we try to go to different types of gyms and fitness centers. And there was a point in time that we really enjoyed fitness centers, primarily because there's always a large amount of different types of equipment there. And one of the things that I noticed though this last go around was, one of the fitness centers I went to locally, there was just a mix of people there that didn't seem to do the same thing I did and would make kind of odd comments to me about the strength training I was doing. And I think that can be a little frustrating, especially for women when we're in the strength sports, to get those kind of comments. And so a strength gym or even a small gym, you're likely not going to get comments like those, at least not in my experience.
I definitely, the same thing in my experience. A lot of the commercial areas or the large chain types of gyms, they're gonna have a lot more of the everyday fitness goer versus somebody that's more strength centric. They're also not gonna have the same type of equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the equipment is gonna be one of the big things. Unless you get really lucky and that gym that is a big fitness center actually has the types of equipment that we might want to have specialized in.
Yeah. And it's interesting, especially with our gym here in Florida, we have people come in and it is intimidating at first because there's a lot of equipment. It's not machines like what you're used to in a fitness center. So it can be intimidating at first because most of the time you've never seen them. But what's really awesome about being in our community in the small gyms is that almost everybody there is going to be willing to help you. Most of the members are really great, and this is going to be at any small gym for the most part. You're going to be welcomed into the fold, and if you have any questions, people are going to be willing to answer them. Or even if you just look confused for a minute, somebody notices, they'll come over and help you.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. So those are two of the main reasons.
Yep.
What about, I was thinking, like we walk around our gym all the time, even if we don't have a client or you're not a client and you're doing something, anytime someone has a question, we're always willing to answer them about form and technique. And I think the big box fitness centers don't really offer that for the most part. You have to buy personal training sessions, and hopefully they know how to help you with that. Whereas I think it's different in the smaller gyms.
With the smaller gyms, usually you've got one or two employees maybe, and then the owners are typically there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very much vested in the gym itself. It's not a job. It's not just something that they have to go to every day or something to make money off from because you don't really make money.
No.
It's more of a love for the actual sport or sports that they're in or that you might be in. So they're very vested in seeing every single one of their people or every single one of the athletes that are in the gym actually be able to succeed.
Yeah. And even those that aren't or don't consider themselves athletes, I mean, we've had people, even though we're a strength-centered facility at both of our gyms, we have people in there who are just general exercisers.
Yep.
And, it's great to have them there. They love strength training and they fit in just fine. And I think it's the atmosphere and the equipment as well as, the people around them that really make it for them.
Yeah, it's typically a very accepting environment and people just want to genuinely see you succeed.
Yeah. And really, Ryan kind of hit the nail on the head with talking about, the gym industry for small businesses is not a moneymaker for most of us. It really is something we enjoy doing and enjoy putting our heart and soul into helping people. And you might find that at a fitness center. I'm not saying you won't, but the likelihood of that is a lot smaller. And even though the membership prices are usually higher for the smaller gyms, it's worth it because you're going to get that individualized attention. You're going to get equipment that's specifically for you.
And is typically actually better cared for because you don't have a low price of entry, so you don't get as many people breaking it.
Yeah, and so I think that the investment that you make into a small gym comes back, 3 and 4-fold for people. And you're entering a community, not just being another person there, another number. You're another family member at that point at these small gyms. So I can't really think of anything else. I know there's a lot more, but
There's a lot more, and we'll find time and find different areas that we want to delve into more. But that's just the general gist: environment, equipment, the atmosphere, and the people.
Yeah.
It is a really good choice to go with a smaller facility or a private facility versus one of the big chain fitness centers.
Yeah, that, and real quick, most of the time the smaller gyms don't have contracts because 1, it costs money to hunt people down, and 2, honestly, if you don't want to be there, I don't want you there because you're gonna hate life, and then you're gonna talk bad about us, even though you got yourself into the contract, because we've been there before.
Yep.
So we don't do contracts, and I know most of the small gyms that we've been to don't do contracts either. So that's also something. Yes, you're investing more money, but you can leave at any time with really no issues. So, yeah. Well, I hope this was a good talk for you guys. It was definitely one that we've been wanting to talk about for a while now. But anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, guys.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter, and we'll talk to you next week.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Bye, guys.
Bye.